Greetings, fellow guitar travellers, it's Reverend J. Parker with Mr. Levi Clay! Awesome! Well, welcome to Lick Wars, episode 6.
Return of the Jed5.
Return of the Jed5, because today it's going to be 5-note patterns. So the way this works is Levi will show me one of his awesome licks, and I will show him one of my slightly less awesome licks. And we're going to attempt to play each other's licks, and then for the viewers at home, I will show you how to play the licks. That's how it works. Entertaining nonsense, really, is what it is. Alright, so it's time to, are you ready to turn to the dark side?
Yep.
You will never turn to the dark side. Remember that? You'll never turn to the dark side.
I won't.
You won't.
I've been there too long.
I know, I was going to say that I've already turned to the dark side, and it's freaking great. You should come along, it's awesome. Dark side's amazing, you know.
Hello from the dark side.
Hello from the dark side. Right, enough of this mince, let's get on with the teaching. Alright, Levi's going to go first today, so what you got, Levi?
This is Sean Lane inspired ascending fives. Andy James does this a lot. So D minor, I'm just starting with a group of 4 and then ascending up in 5s like this. Playing fast.
Pretty awesome, that's a bit tricky. Right, so you better show it to me slow, lad. Remember, I'm an old man, I can only cope with so much information at once. Right, so what we got, man?
So all in D minor shape 1, you're just ascending, starting from the 4th, we're moving up 4 notes. Then you jump down to your adjacent string, but the higher of the 2 notes. So
that's 5 there, so it starts with 4 then 5?
Yeah. And then again reach down to the adjacent higher note.
Right, okay, I've got this idea, so I will play it super slow, then I'll try and give the verbal tap for it. So it is, I'll just manoeuvre myself into frame. That's the lick, right, okay, now I'm definitely be able to play this quick without practice, but it is. First 4 notes, we've got A10, A12, D10, D12, and that's just pick, hammer, right? Yeah. And then we've got a 5-note group, so we've got A12, D10, D12, G10, G12, yeah? And again, you're just picking as you change strings?
Yeah, so pick the first note.
Right, so it's going to be pick, hammer, hammer. Right, and then reach across. The next 5-note group is going to be, let's see, that's D12, G10, G12, B10, and then B13, right? B13, right? And the last 5-note group is that, right? So that's G12, and then B10, B13, E10, E13, right? Now, you use a slightly different fingering that I was going to use. I use because I'm a digitation Nazi, I use very incredibly positional fingering, but Levi does something else. So
yeah, again, I took it from Sean Lane. All I'm doing is I'm not being afraid to break the rules that I was brought up with. So I go...
I'm too scared to break the rules.
So I'll go... and then to reach over for the A string note, rather than rolling on the 3rd finger, I just play with the second finger.
Right.
So, the reason I do that is because it allows me to play these wider. Like that. I know you'd freak out at the students seeing that.
It's not really a matter of that. I think it's just not that I'm against non-positional digitation. It's just that me personally, I just prefer the positional digitation. Right. Well, I definitely can't play it as fast as that. But let's see if I can do let's see. That's the lick, right?
And if you want to finish that, you could just once you've got.
Alright, good enough. Alright, nice one. Alrighty, so I'm going to give you a really kind of simple lick. Mine's is just it's another low rent lick.
I find it harder, but please.
Anyway, this is descending 5s, right? So all I'm doing here is just taking a pentatonic scale and sequencing it, descending in 5s. Alright, so it's this lick. Really quite straightforward, right? All picking all legato as you like.
it's definitely one to work on. If I played yeah, that's a tricky one.
Here's a challenge for you at home, if you can actually play this with quintuplet subdivision. Yeah, right, so a couple of ways of trying to think about quintuplet subdivision is think of a word with 5 syllables, like
Hippopotamus.
hippopotamus is a good one, or university is another good one, or Lola Brigida. And you get 7 like that. You see, you get Gina Lola Brigida, which is 7. Gina Lola Brigida, Gina Lola Brigida, Gina Lola Brigida.
Go to university.
Go to university, I prefer. It's easy to say. It's hard to say Gina Lola Brigida.
It's also a lie.
Right, so anyway, how could you feel the 5? Well, all you do is just think about where the pulse sits, right, as a pulse, and just think, you've got to fit in university in that space. So university, 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 university. There we go, that's how it sounds if it's a quintuplet. Very interesting and underused subdivision quintuplets. Not many people play them. I often wonder why.
Well, the reason I like that lick, if you give me the same pulse and I play it as 4s against it, I like the accenting feel that it
No,
gives.
it does sound interesting when you accent it, and obviously if it's a 5-note lick and you play it in quintuplets, it's kind of rhythmically boring because the accent's always falling on one, but the point is really about trying to feel where the actual quintuplet division is. Right, anyway, so I better teach this, like, I suppose. So this is a box D minor pentatonic, right? So it's the low rent. Everyone knows that scale, but I suppose we better show it anyway. So this descending part of this D minor pentatonic is going to be E13, E10, B13, B10, G12, G10, and then D12, D10, right? Everyone knows that one. All we're going to do is play 5 notes down the scale from the E13. Right? That's it. Then all we do is we go back to the second note that we played, which is the D note, and we play from E10, 5 notes down that scale. That's it. And then back to the second note we played of that 5-note group, which is going to be B13 and 5 notes down. That's it. And then back to the second note of that 5-note group, which is going to be the B10 and 5 notes down. Then finally finishing on B10. Straightforward stuff. Alright, well, that'll do it for this one. Shall we shamelessly plug our products and services?
You can find more about me on leviClay.com and on Facebook, and you can check out my band, Hellcat Molly, whose album Out of the Ashes is fantastic. You should totally steal it.
You should totally steal it. Or maybe you should...
Everyone else does.
Well, maybe you should go and buy it. I've heard Levi's music and it's great. It's a fantastic record. So go and get it. Yeah, and it's www.roundjparker.com. I've also got all of my stuff on SoundCloud, and you can hit me up on Facebook, Round J Parker, and Twitter if you very must, if you're a member of the Twitterati.
I'm not a fan.
No, not really. Hashtag loathe.
I've got way too much to say to be limited to one.
Exactly. How can I possibly the pearls of wisdom that are flowing forward? Alright, anyway, enough of this nonsense. We'll see you again, no doubt. Levi and I will do some other videos in due course, but until then, farewell.